If you do not change your ways right now, you will not achieve your dream. That's it. That is it. That's the point of this video. You can stop here. And if you don't understand how you need to change in order to accomplish this dream, then you need to take the time to figure those things out. And I'm telling myself this more than I am telling you this. This is more of a record for me. To be honest, this entire YouTube account is just for me, right? If you can take video advice or wisdom or value from these videos, be my guest. But this account is more for me than anything, right? So I want to document this moment that today's the kind of the day I realized, just now, watching a video from My First Million where they did a boot camp with Mr. Beast, right? If you want to watch the video, someone can link it in the description. But basically the point is this: if I want to be at that level, which I know I do, and I know that I'm capable of it, and I know that I'm trying to get on that path to be able to go there. If I want to be there, I have to do certain things right now, immediately, that will get me on this path. And if I don't do those things, there's never a chance that I'll be able to compete at that level. I'm talking like 50 to 100 million subscribers. That's the level I'll be at one day, right? If I want to be at that level, I have to start doing things right now that will get me there. What are the things that are going to be required of me to get to my dream? What will be required of me to accomplish my dream? Let's just start going through this, right? First off is that I can't just make videos sitting here in my mom's basement. I gotta be making videos out in the world, okay? So I can make these daily thoughts videos as many times as I want to, but that won't be enough, right? What will be just barely enough to maybe have a chance at this? Well, going out and doing vlogs, right? Doing something that's interesting that only I can do. I was just watching a video from Nick Barr, right? Or Nick Barre, whatever his name is. He's a marathon runner, physical athlete, blah, 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 hybrid athlete. Anyways, he has 1 million subscribers, and he's at the top of the game, running like a 2:45 marathon, which is like one of the fastest marathons that you can run without being a professional athlete. That weighs like 120 pounds. He weighs 200 pounds, and he's racing at the level of a professional athlete who weighs 120 pounds. So that's basically like the physics don't add up, right? He's extremely fast, but he only has 1 million subscribers, right? So I could do physical challenges and be the best at it, but is that enough? Is that enough to be at that level of having 30 to 50 million subscribers? I don't know, right? But I do know that I have to do that. That's part of who I am. So in order to get out into the world and start making videos in some category, I can make videos about running marathons. And that's why I'm running a marathon in all 50 states this year, right? So that's the first check on the box. There's a whole list of 10,000 things that I will have to do. Probably 100,000 things or 1 million things, individual tasks that will have to be done in order to achieve this dream, right? I cannot get overwhelmed by the weight of the responsibility that's on my shoulders if I want to accomplish this dream. I have to be focused. I have to be in the moment. I can't let anxiety take control at all, right? I made a video a while ago that I get this feeling constantly that I want to punch a hole through a wall. It's this gut feeling that's just disgusting. I hate it. And it's usually when I know that I'm not living up to the vision that I have for myself, the responsibility that I'm not currently taking on at the moment, when I'm doing things I know I shouldn't be doing, and when I'm not doing the things that I should be doing, right? This gut-wrenching feeling is like, hey, get out there, right? It's just disgusting. When I don't live up to this vision that I have for myself, right? It's disgusting, and I hate that feeling, and I'm trying to get away from it, and that'll always be there, right? Because it motivates me, it's disgusting, and it moves me forward. I don't even know where I was going with this. I just got that gut feeling, right? But I can't let that weight of the crushing weight of this dream pull me down. I've got to push through and only take on as much weight as I can handle at the current point in time, right? You wouldn't try to lift 250 pounds on the bench press if you've never done it a day in your life. If you got chicken arms, you got to start with small weight. But you can be at the highest level if you put enough time and effort into it. And that's really all it takes. So now I got to figure out how can I start putting more time and effort into these videos, and in what categories should I do it, right? So going back to this Nick Barr thing, he's doing great. He's very successful. And in the world of professional athletes, he is at the top of the game, right? I want to be in a different game. I want to be in the 30 to 50 million subscriber range. In order to get to that spot, I have to do something that just captivates everyone. So Mr. Beast, he does movie production level content. But the problem that he's facing, or that I think he will face, is that he's tied down to his production studio. Not necessarily tied down, but like the sunk cost fallacy. When you have money into something, you want to remain using that thing, right? I think like any good startup, I have to try to figure out how to compete in a different field than him. That's allows me to be a lot more flexible, right? He's tied down to one location in North Carolina, and money is there. His money and his lifestyle is there, right? And so the videos that he makes are within those constraints. As well, like he's not doing physical content right now. I don't see him doing it. He doesn't have a podcast. There's a lot of things he doesn't do. Maybe this is for a reason, right? But if I want to get to that spot, 30 to 50 million subscribers, then maybe in order to compete with Mr. Beast at that level, I don't try to make videos that are similar to his. I try to make videos that are out in the world. That way, instead of having a warehouse where I film the videos 6 months in advance, I'm just going out and spontaneously doing a trip to Zimbabwe and being with the guys there and film a podcast while I'm out there, a book review, and those two won't really get as many views as like the main video, but taking advantage of this opportunity when I go someplace. So I just started writing down like what are all the things that I'd have to start doing. I'd have to do something in like news, something in entertainment, podcasts, so like education. Like these are all the really big fields that are out there. In order to get to 30 to 50 million subscribers, these are the things that will have to be required of me, and I'm not doing anything at the current point in time. I've got my Houston Marathon, the first of the 50 states marathons on Sunday, so in 4 days. I don't even have a plan for that video yet, right? I'm recording these videos every single day, and that's pretty consistent. And so I've been doing that for about a month and a half now, and it's good. I love it, right? I love this time, and I can do it consistently. But this is not enough. What is the minimum amount that I could do right now that would be close to being enough? I'd have to get really good at the 50 States Marathons videos. And on top of that, I'd have to do things with people when I'm out visiting these different places. I'd also have to film some type of trend while I'm out there, or create my own trend, you know? So when I go to Houston, what's trending in Houston? Is there a restaurant that's really big that people would understand or know of, right? On top of that, what's just a trend in general in the marathon world? I don't know, there's a million questions to ask. I don't want to get overwhelmed. Let's say I get the marathons figured out. What could I do on top of that, right? The main constraint that I'm facing right now is not having enough money. Is there a way that I could convince random college students to do an unpaid internship for me when I start recording podcasts, or when I start doing X, Y, and Z, right? What are the ways I could start making more content? That's really all it is. It's just the amount that exists out there. I'd have to have 1,000 videos out for people to tell me which ones they like the best. You know, the results will be there after I make 1,000 videos to tell me which direction to go down, right? It's a crushing weight. I hate it. I want to film a podcast with these like high level people. I know I'm an incredible communicator, or at least I'm trying my hardest to be an incredible communicator. Am I even trying my hardest to be an incredible communicator? No, I don't think so. I'm not studying new vocabulary words. I'm speaking out for 15 minutes a day, and that's it. I'm not doing speeches. Like, what's required of me is much higher than the output that I'm currently putting forth, or whatever that's supposed to mean. See, that's not even a good sentence. Oh, it makes me want to punch a hole through the wall. Basically, what I'm trying to go through in my head right now is this. How do I make this dream a reality? How do I actually take a step towards this dream I have for myself? Do I keep the beard? Do I shave it? There's so many confusing things. Maybe the first thing that I need is to get in contact with someone who does social media, just to be talking with them on a consistent basis about these things. So, okay, I need to start building a community of some sort. With the marathons, it'd be nice to have a community of people who could run the marathons with me. And then for regular content creators, it'd be nice to have people I could interview on podcasts. But then on top of that, just people I could speak with, right? On a consistent basis. I know of several guys who I could call on a consistent basis to start learning from them in this category. Okay, so I need to build a community, put forth more output. So I need to start doing more videos. What does that come down to? Sketches. I can do comedy sketches. That just requires me to not worry what people think about the videos that I put out for comedy sketches. Podcasts, I can definitely do more. After I post this first one next week of me interviewing myself without the beard, if I decide to go through with that. And none of this is going to make sense until like a couple weeks down the road. So if you're watching this video like a year later, you're just going to have to find all these different pieces if you want to piece it together. But I don't know. This is a vulnerable moment. I don't know what exactly to do to make this dream happen, but I do know several pieces that I could work on right now. So I can't get crushed by this weight of responsibility. I can't get crushed by all the decisions that I should make or could make. I have to focus in on whatever is available to me just to get something rolling, something going. Because if I don't do that, I'm never gonna even have a chance of achieving this, right? 30 to 50 million subscribers. What does that require? Let's say that you get 10% subscriber rate. I don't even know what that looks like, right? Well, your Mr. Beast is at 200 million. So how many views is he at? Like over 10 billion or something like that? So 1/5, 1/50th. Okay, let's just say you get a 1% subscriber rate, just for easy numbers. If I want 50 million subscribers times 100, I'd have to get 5 billion views, right? Yeah. So how do I start getting 5 billion views? I'd post several videos. If I was getting the views at the level of Mr. Beast, around 200 million views, that would be 50 videos. So at the bare minimum, if I had $3 million to spend for every video, if I had $150 million to spend, I could make 50 videos that gross 5 billion views and I would get 50 million subscribers, right? And that's the numbers of it, and that's not the point of this. The point is not to get the number, 50 million subscribers. It's to be so successful in the category that I'm interested in that as a result, I have a massive following of people who are interested in the content that I put out. That's the result here that I'm looking for. I want to be the most creative person you have ever spoken to, right? If I want to do that, then I have to be creating more unique content on a consistent basis. And as a result of doing that, over time, I will gain subscribers. And then eventually I'll be, at 50 million. What can I do today? Like, what can I do right now? I got to finish this script with the podcast with myself, because I can post that and then I can send that to people and tell them about everything that I've done. That way I can get some really high-level guests on the podcast and start potentially getting some views there. I've got a table that needs to get built, and so maybe it makes sense to go glue that up first before I write this script. I've got the merch, the shirt that I have to wear for the 50 states. Let me go check and see about that. Okay. There's 1,000 things to get done. Start with one. Don't let the weight of this dream crush you. Break it down into small pieces that you can carry today. You do that enough times, you will be able to achieve the dream. That's just what I got to keep front of mind. 1,000,000 tasks create this dream, so I have to do as many as I can today. It's tough because I want to do more, but I can't. So I have to be comfortable with the level that I'm currently at, slightly uncomfortable, such that I don't get crushed by the weight, but just enough to keep moving me forward to find ways to innovate and output more. You got this. I got this. Hopefully. No, we do. We got this. One on us.